So just wanted to do a quick video here, on this pretty painful day for most people, and it's not so much to look at the charts, although I will go through a couple of charts, but it's more to really use this day as a learning moment for most of us. If I look at the times that we've been through these kinds of spikes down, basically, it's always been very painful for most people. I remember the spike down here to 3,800. I sat through that as well. I remember I had a small position and I started adding a lot actually on the way up here, so I was quite lucky to get in on $7,000-8,000. This is when we got the buy signals again, and I bought there, and it was actually my biggest buys have been around that level, $7,000-8,000. So on the way up here, I've taken money out of my crypto account. Every month I've taken a fixed amount of money out, which is quite nice because it gives you a lot more cash, which you can use for your daily life, but you can also invest it in other things like silver, for example, which is what I've done, because I still think silver has an amazing risk reward at the moment, and the same goes for gold. It's a bit late for that now if you haven't already done that. You've probably endured most of the pain now. Have we seen a bottom? Temporarily, yes. There is a temporary bottoming, I think. We see a lot of congestion. If you look at here, the January 21 and the January 21 lows, we had 4 lows here around this level of $28,000 to $30,000. So I think temporarily we have a bottoming. We're now almost at $37,000. That's a good sign. Does it mean that we're going up to $100,000? Honestly, I cannot tell you. Technically, I mean, look at the indicator, look at the MACD here. Technically, it looks terrible. There's no sign yet of any bottom except for this spike with a long wick at the bottom. That could be a sign of a bottom, but it's one of the least reliable signs of a bottom, because you can also have them, as you see in January 18, you can also see them on the way down. You can see a couple of these similar candles. So we do not know yet what's going to happen. We don't know. I can't guarantee you that we're going to go up to $100,000 or even up to $60,000. So what are we going to do? We have to decide for ourselves whether we want to continue with the amount of leverage that we've got. And I don't mean leverage as in leverage traders, but do we want to be as exposed to crypto as we are at the moment? That's something you need to question. I need to ask myself that as well. Even though I have been funneling money out of my crypto account, I was still 65 to 70% crypto, and that is, whichever way you look at it, that is incredibly painful. This is a painful day. I'm still profitable, of course. Overall, look at where I bought. I bought it around $7,000-8,000, taking money out of my account. So all I've got, I'm trading with profit basically. And generally I'm still up quite a lot actually, and that's definitely not gone. So I'm reasonably okay, but I do respect that there are others who are not okay. And the one thing I would like to remind everyone of is, do not trade on leverage, do not trade on margin. Seriously, it can kill your whole family. It can leave you without any money. When you get margin calls, it is the scariest thing in the world. I've never done that. I've never traded on margin, never traded on leverage. I will never do that. This market is risky enough, and there is absolutely no reason to make it more risky than it already is. So try to mature as a trader, learn from these moments, because these spikes will happen. As you can see here, we've had them several times. March 17, we've had it in July 17, then in September 17, then we had it here when the bull market was over. And then we've had a major one here in November 18, where Bitcoin went from 6,200 all the way down to 3,000, so also 50% down. Here we went down from 10,000 to 3,800, and now we're going down from basically 6,400 to $64,000 to $30,000. So these things are going to happen again and again. You're going to see 30, 40, 50% drawdowns. That's why I keep telling everyone who subscribes, please take profit the moment you are profitable. Don't funnel money out of your account. Don't start selling in panic. This is not the time to sell. You can see it's recovering to $36,000. this is when experienced traders, experienced investors and big investors can actually buy the dip and make a lot of profit on the way up. I've posted a video earlier about the Wyckoff accumulation. That is something that I truly believe is happening at the moment. I don't think we are seeing an end of the bull market. As you know, and I will change this into the monthly or the 2 weeks here, Bitcoin curves or epochs, if you like, they do not end in this way. This is basically not a major spike up where everyone had FOMO and wanted to buy. No, this is just a correction. It doesn't have the shape of a market that is over. So I think what we're seeing here is probably closer to somewhere in July 17, where we had 4 months, or basically 3 months of, well, probably 2 months actually, of very bad performance. We went down from a high of $3,000 and we fell back to $1,700. So those are that's not as painful as what we're seeing here. But if you're not leveraged, if you're not trading on margin, this is probably a time to sit it out and wait and see what happens. It could be that large buyers are stepping in and we're going up very fast. If we don't, then you might want to take a little bit of profit on the way up. You might want to take out 10%, 10%, 10% just to make sure that you deleverage, to make sure that you play it safe. Whatever money you take out, you can either leave it in cash or you can invest in silver or gold, whichever you like. I would like to avoid the stock market as well, because once we see these kinds of drawdowns happening, it could quite quickly lead to liquidity issues in many other markets, which you'll see in the stock market as well. So yeah, that is all I wanted to say for now. I mean, we can look at Ethereum as well, but in the end, the picture doesn't change much. Ethereum, we've seen us testing the bottom, the previous top here, which was the $2,041. We've now seen a low at $1,900, a spike down. So that is a beautiful back test of that line here that we see. If it goes up from here, beautiful. I can't tell you that. We have to wait and see what this candle is going to do. This is the 2 weekly candle, but also what the weekly candle is going to do. If we close above this line again, the trend line, which would now be around 2,700, 2,750, around that level, that would be a pretty bullish sign, because that means that the uptrend is actually intact. I don't expect that will happen, but if it does, then that would be a very, very bullish sign. Now all the others, we've seen very bad things happening as well. You can see it here. Most of them are down 30 to 40% at the moment, and it was much worse earlier today. As I've said many times, don't sell spikes down, don't sell panic spikes, sell greed, buy fear. That's the general lesson, and that's what we should focus on the way forward. Again, for me also a reminder to reduce my crypto exposure. I keep doing that. I keep taking money out. I've taken substantial amounts out of my crypto account, but it's just gone up so far. It's gone up so fast that it was almost impossible to take that cash out. I could have done that, obviously, but you also have the emotions where you say to yourself, but this is the most profitable market, so I should definitely leave the money in. I've still taken money out, and I will continue to do that. I think this is a reminder, an eye-opener for me as well, to continue doing that. If you are 10% crypto or 10% of your total capital, that's perfectly fine. If it's 60, 70% or even 50%, you might want to reduce that a little bit into more stable assets. It's been great crypto. I think it's going to continue for a while. I do think we're going to test at least the $42,000, $43,000 level for Bitcoin. So we're going to take that up to those levels. What's going to happen after that, I don't know. I can't tell you. So we have to wait and see when we're there. The one thing I wanted to show you as well before I close this, Bitcoin dominance here. I've had a look at this chart. It's a very important chart for me actually, because what we see here is we had a couple of times where the Bitcoin dominance went down so incredibly fast. It completely crashed in May 17, it crashed in July 17, and it crashed in January into January 18. these are signs that altcoins are doing well, obviously, or better at least than Bitcoin. Doesn't mean Bitcoin went up, or it doesn't mean altcoins went up. It just means that Bitcoin lost as a percentage of the total crypto market. What happened in those times? Bitcoin kind of peaked, of course, in December. So these two sell-offs in the Bitcoin dominance were actually during the uptrend and were corrections. It could be one of those. This is the first time we've had a major sell-off actually during this uptrend, so I'm thinking it's one of these. It might be the first one, it might be the second one. So from here we probably see Bitcoin testing 50 levels again in the coming days, weeks, and then we might get another sell-off and see the altcoin market booming again. That is my expectation. Please don't use that as a trading advice. Take safety precautions. Don't play with your life. That's all I can say. This should be a safe way to make money, and if it's not a safe way, then we're doing something wrong, and that goes for myself as well. I need to deleverage. I need to make sure that I have less exposure to crypto. It is not the right time, you'd say, at the bottom of the crypto market. Okay, so I'm going to see how the coming days unfold, and then I will take some money out of the account if we go back to normal levels again, hopefully, and put more into silver and into gold maybe as well. So that's it for today. I hope we recover from this, and I wish you all the best. Wish you a lot of good luck. If you want to ask me something, please use the Keysberry Academy website. Register for a free trial if you want to. 48 hours free trial, keysberryacademy.com. If not, you can find me on Twitter at goldminesmatter. You can find me there, and I'm also responding to private messages. So please be my guest and contact me anytime.